Good afternoon, students. And in the Indian economic development, we are going to discuss about a new topic called liberalization. In the previous meeting, I told you about liberalization, the policy, how it is followed, and today we are going to discuss in details how the liberalization policy is followed in India after the 1991 crisis. The economic crisis which India faced in 1991 due to shortage of foreign exchange, and we had the less foreign exchange for procuring द इम्पोर्ट और फाइनेंसिंग और फंडिंग द इम्पोर्ट। तो कहने का मतलब है कि 1991 के बाद उस समय जो इकोनॉमिक स्थिति थी 1991 में कि भारत के पास केवल 2 सप्ताह का विदेशी मुद्रा का रिजर्व था और हम लोग इस कंडीशन में नहीं थे कि पेमेंट कर सकें विदेशी मुद्रा में जो इम्पोर्ट कर रहे हैं उसको। उस समय के बाद जो पॉलिसी फॉलो की गई लिबरलाइजेशन की, उसके बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे डिटेल्स में, हाउ इट वॉज फॉलोड इन इंडिया एंड व्हाट वर द सिचुएशन डेवलप्ड आफ्टर इट। So first of all, the import-export policy. Review of the import-export policy. The policy of import substitution was adopted after 1950 due to the improper balance in the trade. We have negative balance. The export were less and the import was more. So the import-export policy was reviewed, and due to the globalization, our markets were opened for the foreign goods to enter. तो हमारे मार्केट्स को ओपन किया गया ताकि फॉरेन गुड्स जो है इंडिया में आ सके और उनकी बिक्री संभव हो सके। सो द मार्केट्स इन इंडिया वर ओपन फॉर द फॉरेन गुड्स। नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग, डीरेगुलेशन ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर। द इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर इन इंडिया वाज डीरेगुलेटेड। रेगुलेशन मतलब क्या कि इंडिया में कोई भी इंडस्ट्री थी वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की जो पॉलिसीज थी उसके थ्रू ही ओपन होती थी, फंक्शन करती थी या उसका एक्सपेंशन होता था। सो इट वाज रेगुलेटेड, सो द प्राइवेट सेक्टर was not very much developing. So after 1991, the industry was deregulated, industrial sector, and the private sector was given more importance to open new firms, new organization, factories, and others. And the government reviewed its policy of the public sector undertakings, and only a few areas were reserved for the public sector. तो कुछ क्षेत्रों को छोड़ के बाकी सब जो था इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर को ओपन कर दिया गया प्राइवेट पार्टी के लिए। ओनली रेलवे, डिफेंस एंड एटॉमिक एनर्जी इट रिमेन्ड विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडरटेकिंग, while the rest of all the sectors were open for the private parties to participate. And in many places the private public partnership came in being, as well as the entry of the private sector in many arenas it was found after this policy was followed. Then the financial sector reforms. The financial sector reforms were followed in India. In the financial sector, the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) it regulates the banks or the working of the banks. How much money should the bank keep? What should be the repo rate, reverse repo rate, or the rate of issue of the currency, or what should the interest on the lending of money and the interest on the borrowing of money from the customers. It is all regulated by the Reserve Bank of India or RBI. So the RBI control most of the activities of the bank, and the banks have little to say in the matters. But after 1991, it was thought by the government that if some of the powers of decision making should be given to the banks, they can work independently and it will enhance their performance in the financial sector or financial arena. A lot of foreign sector banks or the foreign institutional investors (FIL) were welcomed. A lot of foreign institutional investors were welcomed by the government of India, such that these people they can set up the financial institutions in India and enhance the trade practices. As these foreign banks they deal with the currency in the foreign market, then the supply of currency should be adequate and the easier the trade will become with these efforts. Then the tax reforms. various tax reforms were introduced, and the fiscal policy, the direct taxes and indirect taxes were given more importance. The reduction in the direct taxes were done, and the limit of tax exemption was raised. Then the indirect taxes were also regrouped together, and in the 2016, the indirect taxes were all made in the single phase, and the GST was introduced, goods and service tax. So all these were the fiscal reforms. The taxation was reformed and unnecessary taxes were evaded. तो बहुत सारे टैक्सेस जो थे अननेसेसरी थे, बर्डन थे इकोनॉमी पे, उसको हटा दिया गया. डायरेक्ट टैक्सेस जो थे उसको कम किया गया, उसका एग्जाम्पन लिमिट बढ़ाया गया, इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस को रीग्रुप किया गया, और एट लास्ट उसको जीएसटी यूनिक टैक्स लागू कर दिया गया. इन द ईयर 2005 the value added tax or the VAT was introduced to make the reforms in the tax indirect taxes. Then the central sales tax, education sales and higher education sales, they were all revised and improved to make the tax structure as good as possible for the people. So there are various tax reforms done in the fiscal policy to make the trade attractive, and the foreign investors should invest their money in India, and the foreign industries should come and participate in the trade with India. So all these were the reforms which were done in India. Then the foreign exchange reforms. The foreign exchange reforms were also introduced. The foreign exchange rates were reintroduced, and the currency in India was linked with the foreign currency dollar. Rupee was devalued to attract foreign investors to invest in India. मुद्रा जो भारतीय रुपया है उसका अवमूल्यन किया गया, डिवैल्यूड किया गया, और डॉलर का वैल्यू बढ़ाया गया ताकि विदेशी निवेशक जो है इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट कर सके और हमारी जो इकोनॉमिक जो कंडीशन है उसको अच्छा बनाया जा सके. सो द वैल्यू ऑफ द इंडियन रुपीज वर डिवैल्यूड after the reforms, such that the attraction should be there for the investor to invest in India. So these were the reforms which were introduced in India after the 1991, and they are all the parts of the liberalization policy. इसमें हम लोग लिबरल बने, उदार बने, ताकि विदेशी निवेशक हैं इंडिया में आ सकें और यहाँ पे वे इन्वेस्ट करें, फैक्ट्री लगाएं या पैसा हमारे जो कंपनी है उसमें इन्वेस्ट करें, ताकि हमारी जो आर्थिक स्थिति है वो मजबूत हो सके. So these were the policies adopted in liberalization. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day.